Hello, dear students. Myself, Dr. Kapil Chaturvedi, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Sagar Institute of Research Technology, Sage Group, Bhopal. Today, we will discuss the topic Introduction to Data Analytics under our subject Data Analytics. In this lecture, we will cover following points, following topics. First of all, we will see that what is the scheme of our subject. Then we will discuss our syllabus, and then we will discuss the introduction of data mining, because data mining is a background of data analytics. Thereafter, we will discuss the steps of data mining, what kind of steps we have to follow to mine the knowledge, to acquire the knowledge. Then we will discuss what kind of task will be used for mining process. And at last, we will discuss what is data analytics and how data analytics is different from data mining and what kind of similarities in both of the terms or both of the subjects. So this is our scheme in which our subject is data analytics, which is elective subject, CS 503 department elective. So CS 503A data analytics is our subject. In this 70 marks assigned for the theoretical examination, which you will attempt in final examination. So that is theory marks, which you have to score in theory examination, in end-sem examination. 20 marks is of mid-sem, and 10 marks assigned for quiz. And total marks for that subject assigned is 100 marks. So, and then we have 5 units in this subject. In the first unit, we will discuss the fundamentals of statistics, because statistics is the background of data analytics. And then in the second unit, we will discuss what is big data, because we are learning the analytics procedure. We have to mine the data. We have to analyze the data. But from where? We have to apply our mechanisms. We have to apply our techniques on data. And here data is big. That's why we are studying the subject data analytics. In the third unit, we will discuss how and what kind of processing we have to actually apply to analyze the data, to process the data. What kind of pre-processing, post-processing techniques, and what kind of mappings will be required in data processing or data analytics procedure. In fourth unit, we will discuss some tools like Hadoop, Piggy, MongoDB, how Hadoop MapReduce job work. So we will discuss in fourth unit different data analytics tools, and in fifth unit we will discuss how we will configure the tools for data analytics. Also, we will discuss some terms like Oracle Big Data. Oracle Big Data, it means how Oracle manages the big data, what kind of tools are available to analyze the data from the side of Oracle. Also, we discuss how we run the Hive query language, querying data. So such kind of tools we will also discuss. Basically, we'll discuss and we will try to learn how we will configure that tools in our PCs, in our laptops. There are some reference books which you can, which you should refer for studying for study purpose point of view. You may also download the ebooks from the net. Here, I suggest the book Big Data and Big Data Analytics, Emerging Business Intelligence and Analytics Trends for Today's Business. So that book will help you to understand fundamentally what is data analytics and how data analytics work. Now, we will begin our subject from the data mining, because the history of data analytics starts from data management. When computer arrives and storage devices was used, we store the data in computer devices, in storage devices, in secondary storage devices. Thereafter, one technology come in computer science known as database management system. In this, we manage the data which is purely structured. Structured data, it means data which is arranged in the form of row and columns. So in database management system, we manage the data which is well arranged in the form of row and columns. And to fetch information from arranged data, from structured data, from databases, we apply structured query languages. Then next concept was RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. What as data grows, there was two variety of data. First is structured data and another is unstructured data. So to manage structured data, we use SQL, structured query language. But what about unstructured data? If we have to find out the knowledge or the information from unstructured data, what kind of mechanism we use? So here, data mining helps to fetch the knowledge. As data grows and the variety of data was increased, a new concept come in the literature known as data warehouse. Data warehouse is a collection of heterogeneous data. Data warehouse is a collection of heterogeneous data. But the data should be in huge amount. So data warehouse is a huge collection of heterogeneous data. So we are storing different kind of data, heterogeneous kind of data on the same place. So there's a possibility of data which may be many of data is dead data, rough data. To mine, to fetch knowledge from huge data, we apply data mining. As we discussed the formal definition of data mining, so data mining is known as KDD process. KDD means knowledge discovery in database. Knowledge discovery database. Yeah, databases are not only structured data. Databases, it means structured data as well unstructured data. And what is data analytics? Data analytics, the term data analytics refer to the process of examining data sets to draw conclusion about the information they contain. Data analytics techniques enable you to take raw data and uncover pattern to extract valuable insight from it. Both of the things are there. Data analytics also trying to find out the knowledge, and data analytics also work for the same. But the difference is that data mining is working on the huge data, but the data analytics is working on the big data. Big data, it means data which is much more than huge data. So here we are, in case of data mining, we are managing data in data warehouses. But in case of data analytics, we are managing data in data centers, in different storage area networks, or by using different cloud infrastructure, cloud infrastructures. As we say that we are storing data on cloud. What is the meaning of cloud? We are storing data on different data centers in the remote locations, and data is not, we cannot store such kind of huge data, big data in our computer systems. So we are storing that kind of data on data centers. So their data centers data is not in byte, bit, megabyte, or not in uh, gigabytes. That will be terabytes or megabytes. To manage such kind of data, to find out the knowledge from such kind of data, we apply data analytics. Now, in simple word, if you have to understand data analytics, we can understand that term in simple 3 words. We have to analyze the data to find out the idea. We analyze the data to find out the idea. That mechanism is known as data analytics. If we discuss the steps of data mining, first we are using the term data mining, and we are saying that data mining is the base of data analytics. So we must know what kind of steps, what kind of mechanism, and what kind of procedure we will adopt. We will have to adopt to mine knowledge and to find out the knowledge. So here we will discuss that diagram. The diagram is very simple and well understood, because as we discussed that to mine the data, first of all we will have to create a data warehouse. And to create data warehouse, we integrate the data. We are collecting data from different sources. We are discuss about the data. We consider an example of a city. So we will collect the data of all kind of data of that city, like academic data, non-academic data, industrial data, infrastructural data. How much uh, how much roads are there, how much grounds are there, how much farms are there, how much industry are there, how much markets are there, how much living areas, non-living areas, shopping malls, all kind of data we are collecting and storing on one place. So basically we are integrating data, but that integrating the data may possible. Some of the data in this may be that unusable. So we'll have to smooth that data. We will have to clean that data. By cleaning that integrated data, we create a data warehouse. Here we use the term OLAP servers, online analytical servers. So basically we clean the data and we store the data. We clean the data and then we store the data on different OLAP servers. And then we can say that that part is data warehouse. So we put clean data on data warehouse. That is very similar to that similar to the uh, functioning of working of warehouse, where we keep some things, but by keeping some things uh, on warehouses, uh, we see that all the things are well arranged and well recorded. So similar to that, if we are putting some data here, then we will have to put the data in well arranged manner as well. We will have to keep the records of the data, what kind of data are where we are putting what kind of data. So here we manage data mart and metadata repositories to manage that data. Thereafter, we fetch the data, relevant data from data warehouse. What kind of knowledge we have to gain on what, on which, on what kind of data uh, we'll have to fetch from here as per our requirement. What kind of knowledge we have to fetch. On the basis of that, we will fetch the appropriate data. Consider one example. If we have to, if we want to know what is the most demanding branch in MP. So what we have to do, we will select only appropriate data. We will have to select only academic data of technical institute. So we will select the task relevant data here, and here we will apply the data mining approaches, data mining task as per the need. We may apply classification, we may apply clustering, we may apply associational mining or regression. Once we apply our algorithm, appropriate algorithm on the relevant data, our algorithm will produce the result. But to understand that result, we will have to visualize that data in the form of different patterns. So that patterns may be pie chart or different graphs or any kind of pictorial representation of the data so that we can easily understand that data. And on the basis of that data, we can make some decisions. We can make conclusion. Uh, so that will be the knowledge. That will be the knowledge. The resulting data will be the knowledge. So that these all are the steps of data mining. Now, data science and data mining. Data science is a broad area. Data science is a broad area in which data mining resides. So, as we say that mathematics is a subject, but inside of that may be algebra, maybe trigonometry. So many kind of mathematics inside of mathematics subject, many kind of variety in mathematics subject. We consider an example of computer science branch. So computer science is a subject, and inside of that, many of subject are there. Theory of computation, software engineering, C, object-oriented programming, C programming, Java programming, Python programming, data analytics, data science, project management. So much kind of subject are there in computer science subject. In a similar manner, data science is a subject area. Data science is a broad area. Inside of that, data mining resides. Data science has four major tasks: quantitative analysis, multidisciplinary data analysis, data products analysis, unstructured data analysis. And data mining is a major part of data science, which explains us how we manage the data and how to fetch the knowledge from huge amount of data. As we discuss data mining terms many of the time, but to better understand that mining term, we'll have to consider that mining terms meaning. We'll have to understand what is mining. Mining is a process which is not a simple. Mining is a process where we have to apply a number of tasks. Mining is a process where we'll have to perform a number of tasks to extract something special. Like if we are perform mining on rock, we are trying to find out the gold from rock. We are trying to find out the diamond from coal. So we cannot find diamond from coal very easily. We'll have to find out. We will have to follow multiple processes, and then we get the diamond. So similarly, data mining process, it means we'll have lots of data, and we'll have to find out the extract knowledge. So that we are using the term mining. So that we are using the term mining in data. Now, data mining process has four classes of tasks. We can classify the data mining in four classes of tasks: classification, clustering, association rule mining, and regression. Classification, clustering, association rule mining, also known as ERM, and regression. So what is classification? Classification is the process which is used to classify the data on the basis of rules. If we consider one example of a finance company which want to provide loan of multiple customers, but they never allow to all the customer for loan. First of all, they gather the data of the customer, and thereafter they classify the data on the basis of their background. What is the age, what is their salary, what is their expenses. So on the basis of these criteria, they decide that what kind of customer will be beneficial for sanction loan. So classification algorithm uh, will work on different rules. Like here, if we have a database, name, age, income, loan decision. So we are making decision on the basis of that data. Should loan release or not for particular customer or not? And for decide that should loan release or not, should loan sanction or not, we follow such kind of rule. So we are making here some rule to classify the data. Classification rules are: if age is youth, then loan decision is risky. If income is high, then loan decision is safe. If age is middle aged and income is low, then loan decision is risky. So in both of the cases, age is youth uh, and salary is low, so loan decision will be risky. But if age is middle aged and income is high, then loan decision will be safe. That thing is very understood. If somebody uh, have only 24 year of old and having salary 70,000 of rupees per month, so any of a loan company can easily finance for that particular customer. Why? Because he or she can pay uh, or return that whole loan in his or her life, because he has a long time. He has a long time. He's only 24 year old. So he has a long time to return that loan amount. So that thing is understood. The moral of the story is that the classification process is to classify the data on the basis of some rule so that we can make the decision appropriately. Clustering process says that if we are considering one example here. Here, one product manager is thinking that uh, how we classify the customers, how we classify the customer. So he realized that why I think we should clusterize the data. We clusterize the data so that clusterize the data, it means we can clusterize the data of billing data of the customers so that we can classify the customers. What kind of customers purchasing what kind of products. On the basis of that, we can classify the data. We can classify the data. We can classify the customers. So on the basis of that, what kind of customers make what kind of expenses, what kind of customers purchase what kind of things. So on the basis of that, he makes some clusters of customers and providing some offers on the basis of that cluster. So he provide different offers for that cluster, different for that, different for that. So on the on the basis of the type of the customer, he produce different offers. So this is clustering. Here we make the clusters of the data for decision making. That thing is very important and very real world usable association rule mining. You visit the shopping mall, and you sometimes we realize that we purchase much more thing in the shopping mall in compared to the simple shopping. When we go for, when we go for visiting a mall like Hypercity, DMart, or any kind of mall, or any kind of such kind of a store where we can choose the product and put this product on my basket. So we realize that we purchase many of things, and many of time we purchase the things out of our list. How and why? Because they are working smartly. They are putting the things which are purchased frequently. For example, if one customer want to buy bread, it might be possible he will purchase milk and eggs. Might be possible. If one customer is going to purchase a packet of milk, that might be possible he or she will purchase bread, sugar. Might be possible he will purchase the butter. So we realize that thing. Uh, I have a real world example. If you are going to purchase a CPU, if you are thinking that my CPU is too old and I need a latest processor for data analytics practicals, and you are going to purchase a CPU, just CPU, you have a monitor, you have a keyboard, you have a mouse, you have also CPU, but that CPU have the old processor. So you want to purchase only a CPU with advanced processor. You are going, you are visiting an electronic shop and you are purchasing a latest configuration CPU. But on the same time, you will realize that on the near of CPU, you will see that there will be a monitor, there will be a keyboard, there will be a mouse. And that might be possible by purchasing CPU. You will think that the cost of the CPU is just 5,000 rupees. If I resell my old monitor, that will sell out in 2,000 rupees, and if I purchase new monitor of 5,000 rupees, I'll just spend only 3,000 rupees. And the cost of cost of the keyboard is just 600 rupees, and the mouse cost is 200 rupees. So what you will do, you will purchase the whole computer along with CPU. You will purchase monitor, keyboard, and mouse. The reason behind of that, that things are purchased frequently, so that uh, electronic shop executives will put these things on the same place. So many of times we purchase some things as per our behavior, as per our frequent behavior. So to find out that frequent behavior, association mining helps. When number of records we have, number of items we have, thousands of items we have, we cannot find out the relations, we cannot find out the associations manually. So we'll have to apply association rule mining algorithms like a priori, growth, and vertical data format. Different algorithms are available in this uh, in this topic, so that we can find out the association in different events or different items. And at last, the regression mechanism explains you the behavior, similar behavior. First of all, in this, we draw a regression line. By applying some formula, we draw a regression line, and then we will put our samples in this regression line, and we see that number of dots here. You are seeing here multiple dots here. So dots which is near of that line are similar, having the similar behavior, but the dots which are so far from that line have different behavior. So that is the topic which we can understand by making some practicals. We'll discuss on that in detail in the next topics. So what is data analytics finally? In simple word, data analytics is the process of collecting and organizing data in order to draw helpful conclusion. So all theory says that we'll have to just find out the entrance, we will have to find the conclusion, we will have to find out the knowledge at last. The process of data analytics uses analytical and logical reasoning to gain information from the data. So what kind of reasoning? Reasoning, it means we have to apply different data mining algorithms on data. The main purpose of data analytics is to find the meaning in data, so that the uh, uh, conclusion can be used to make to decision to make so that we can make the decision, so that we can draw the conclusion, and so that we can find out the inference. Now, why data mining or data analytics? I think that thing is now no need to discuss of that thing, because we are discussing a lots of things on that matter. We are drawing in data, but starving for knowledge. So we are working a lot here to find out the knowledge. We are working on the data, but why we are working here? We will have to find out the knowledge. The explosive growth of data from terabyte to petabyte. Now the data is petabyte. Data collection and data availability. automated data collection tools, database systems, web, computerized society. So from where we collect the data from their sources. And major sources, what kind of major sources of data origin? So business, what kind of business? Online shopping sites, e-commerce, different transactions like your ATM transactions, you make the Paytm transactions, you make the Google Pay transaction, you make the PhonePe transaction, stock market, science, remote sensing, bioinformatics, scientific simulations. You see that most of the organization applies biometric thumbprint attendance system. That is also the source of the data origin. Society and everyone, news, digital cameras, YouTube's, each and everyone is uploading YouTube videos, each and everyone capturing the photo and uploading that photos on the cloud. We upload the photographs on Facebook, Twitter. We post on Twitter. We post our message on the Twitter. We continuously generating the data. Continuously generating data. Whenever we are moving from one place to another place, we are generating data while we are doing nothing. But the Google map is tracing us. Google map is tracing us so that we are generating data while we are doing nothing. So each and every activity of our is generating the data. So that is all about data analytics and data analytics background. Thank you. Thank you so much.